Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with more iRacing. This time around we're here back in the Formula 3 cars at Okayama. Yes, of course Okayama, we've done a couple of races so far this season with these cars. I did the week 1 of F3 back at Suzuka. That was a bit of a disaster throughout most of the week. I did finally manage to get one clean race in. Hopefully Okayama will be a little bit better. It's quite a tight twisty track. You know, these Formula 3 cars are quite quick. They make this track feel very small, especially in the last sector. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens, but let's jump in with our qualifying.
P5.
No! No! Oh, final corner! Oh no! I've been pushing my limit through there in free practice, but I never actually got a 1x, so I thought we'd be able to get away with a little bit more than that. But yeah, I mean, with how quickly the tyres switch on over the second run, we are going to be way down the order ready for this race. That is heartbreaking. Right, well, just like the Toyota GR Cup race that we did around here last week or the week before, we're going to be starting right at the back at Okayama. 20 laps, so going to be about a 28-minute race around this circuit, but we've just got to try and keep it clean and tidy, make our way through the carnage. I feel like I have got fairly promising pace in the car, but Suzuka, we did get screwed a lot. It might happen here as well. We'll wait and see.
21.
Right, let's do this thing.
26.
20 laps ahead of us from Okayama. Going to be a fairly long race. 4 red lights.
Let's go, let's go.
Lights out, and away we go. And are we going to see some carnage then down towards turn 1? Oh, I honestly thought that guy was going to head straight towards me as
P4 has gone up first.
Has kicks off. I've picked up a 0x there as we try to avoid everyone frantically in towards the first turn. I think I'd turn the tyres into 50 pence pieces very briefly, but luckily we should be able to get the tyres back working nice and soon. There's of course cold tyres. I just hit them and they immediately just locked up in towards turn 1 there. He's got another car off. What on earth is that guy doing? He seems to... I don't think he knows where he is, to be honest. There's more bumper cars going on. Oh, I'm going to get cut off. Yep, there we go. What is this for a start? I have no idea what that Ferrari was thinking. He started P4, so he should be knowing what he's doing in these things. He's surely got damage or something, but how slow he is down the straight as well. Have a look to the inside.
Left side.
Apparently he still doesn't really want to give me any room, but we will make it through then. Yeah, not too sure what I make of that either, but I mean, we are technically through. I've got away with 2 0x's on this first lap. Oh, steady on. As I don't know whether we've damaged the front wing or anything. I don't think we have. They were 2 very, very small knocks, so we should be good. But yeah, still want to try and get tyres into, temperature into the tyres rather than tyres into the temperature. As we head through the final couple of turns then to finish off lap 1. But yeah, normally takes 2 to 3 laps actually to build up the temps. What position are we into by the end of lap 1? Surely we're up, you know, sort of P17, P18 I want to say. I feel like we've done pretty well on this opener lap. It might be P19 actually by the looks of it.
Awesome stuff, mate. Keep it coming.
16th. We'll have that. P16 then by the end of lap 1. So we've made good progress. We're only a couple of places out of neutral I rating, but as always, I need SR over that. Got a bit of a gap behind us as well, so we can just push on to the gaggle of cars in front. Oh, someone else has gone. I was just about to start talking about the Benson and Hedges car in front of me, but Oh, it was so easy to loop it round through that hairpin. I don't know what it is, just the cars. I'm guessing it's slightly off camber. You've got no downforce working for you as well, so the cars are incredibly loose and lively. We've actually got a good run still on the Benson and Hedges car back in towards turn 1. We'll get to the inside. We will swoop through then. He might actually be able to get Aeronomy off the corner. Someone complaining about a 15-minute repair. Welcome to Formula Racing, mate. Any knocks on these cars and it's basically GG, but P14 then as we start lap 3. I reckon certainly a top 10 hopefully is on the table today. Like I said, I felt like we did have good pace in the car. I was running mid to high 22s in free practice, so we should have been towards the front. There's a lot of people complaining about the damage, but you know, that is just Formula 3 for you, unfortunately, a lot of the time. The guy behind me is looking rather racy as well, but closing in on Jack in front. I think he was the car that was all over the show on lap 1, so fingers crossed we can try and pull off a move on him. But it looks like, yeah, most of us now, we've kind of got through that first lap chaos. So easy to lock at the fronts into that hairpin. Luckily, able to cadence brake our way in quite nicely that time round. But yeah, it's all about just trying to sort of, I mean, like always, try and keep this car dancing right up towards the limit there. It really does like to slide around quite a lot underneath you. And when you've kind of got that under control, incredibly satisfying and of course incredibly fast, this F3 car, but you just overstep that mark once and this thing will not hesitate to really just swing round and have none of it whatsoever there. As you can see, yeah, definitely just able to go slightly quicker than Jack. I need to be careful as well about using too much engine brake as we round through the final corner, but got to get on with it, got to try and find an avenue past him, as there we go, back into the 22s. Sadly, it's not as impressive as I'd hoped it would be. There was 22.7, that was pretty decent, but quicker than most of the cars just in front as leaders down in the 22.3s. That was a nice line out of there, though. Really opened up the run off the turn. But yeah, we've got to try and find a way through, and Okayama, that is not easy. Mad to think the Formula 1 cars used to race around here, because it is not a big track. As our back end there just bottomed out slightly. Thought it was sliding around underneath me, but we correct it and we continue to push forward. Again, just a little bit of a mistake there through the final corner, but I'm still using second gear, which is giving me way too much engine brake off the turn. I'll get a little bit of toe off him. I think, yeah, we'll set another 22.7, but a little bit too brave on the brakes there down at turn 1. We've got to try and find a way around this guy. That was, again, just the back end. That time round, just overset the mark. First off track of the day, that's annoying. We're doing pretty well up to that point when you consider everything that went on lap 1, but yeah, I feel like we're in quite a competent F3 lobby. I mean, it's Friday night. I think a lot of people that are doing this race, it might actually be the streamed race. I know there used to be F3 streamed a long time ago on prime time. Maybe that's still the thing now, I don't know, but either way, yeah, this is quite a competitive lobby when you think it's only a 2K SOF. Either that, or I'm much worse than I thought I was. And I don't particularly think I'm that great either, to be honest, on iRacing. That's not the line through there, but we'll make it work. Oh, I thought Jack was gone then. Looped it heavy on the throttle there, and he runs wide through the next corner. And there we go, now he's gone. Yeah, so I'm going to follow him apparently. 2 X's in 1 lap is not great. But there we go, P13 now, unlucky for some, hopefully not us. This guy in the front, 22.7. We've got to keep pushing on. There's more smoke around the venue. We've got to try and find our way towards the top 10. But yeah, this is, I do genuinely believe, actually a very, very competitive lobby.
There's an incident in Williams.
Someone else has been it. Big mistake there. Careful on your rejoin, mate. He tries to get back onto the road. P12 then. Now up to, as we are still really having to try and push now. It's not taking big risks with the car, but certainly just allowing it to slide around a bit more underneath us, trying to extract as much time as we possibly can. Almost at the halfway stage in this race. And yeah, apart from that one, it really has just been about trying to pick cars off, but top 10 still remains the goal. But it is going to be a case of seeing what happens to other cars as much as trying to push ourselves to the limit, or close to the limit, I guess.
There's an incident in.
Oh, another one's gone. The hairpin's claimed another victim. That'll be P11 then, is now ours. I was just about to say we're getting into the second half of this race, as that was scary. Yeah, now we're starting to see a bit more bunching up. There was a gaggle of cars in front of us. Of course, that guy might have been the cork in the bottle But there's now 3 the other racers behind him, but we're definitely still quicker
E11, halfway
than
home. We've got
the
plenty
guy
of
in
fuel.
front of me.
And
You can
last lap
see
was a
still really
22.8.
sliding. Is it a Williams livery? I can't quite tell just yet. There as well. We're still having to nudge the brake slightly. So we don't want to run wide off the turns, but yeah, now we are right outside the top 10. We can see up to 8 just in front of us. It's definitely Williams livery colours from the early 90s, but is it actually a Williams livered car? Oh, hey! Another lap, another one gone, so that is now 10th place then in this race, and this is what I mean about Okayama. You really are just trying to pick up the spoils quite a lot of the time as running in through the final turn. That's probably the best I've taken that corner so far today, and now Emmanuel going to have to start trying to break the slipstream perhaps. There results, I think, a 22.6 that time through. We'll get confirmation. Nope, it was still a 7. But yeah, we can definitely get at least one more spot. Oh, I clipped the grass there with the outside wheel. I actually kicked the front end in though nicely, and look at that for a run off the turn there. I don't think it saved us much time, but it certainly didn't lose me any either. So we are definitely now got to try and fill the mirrors. You can see just how much more we're able to get the car into the apex. Compromises us slightly on the exit of the turn, but we've definitely gained there once more on Emmanuel. And like I said, now we're in the slipstream. They're going to be getting some free time down the straights. There's another couple of cars battling up the road. There's plenty more opportunities still in this race, but we've got to make something happen. We can't afford to sit behind this guy to the end. We want to try and keep progressing forward. Haven't actually had to make many overtakes so far, but now we might be able to try and make one as I'll fill the mirrors. Just make him now start guessing. That's just the thing you do. You know, if you do that once, it can then often mean the car in front of you then just starts thinking into every corner. Is he going to go for it? And that means rather than concentrating on his downshifts, on his braking points, things like that, he's concentrating on you, and potentially you can line up a mistake. Or you make one yourself like I've just done. Well done, Matt. Oh! Oh! What a fair play! Hats off to Emmanuel there. I got no idea how he saved that one. That was pretty incredible. I thought he was going straight off into the wall, but he's hung on to it. He has lost the place, which has meant we've got another freebie, as I'm so sorry to all of you that keep leaving comments on these videos saying I need to map a tear off. I keep forgetting to do it. Our screen is looking rather filthy as well, so yeah, definitely got to try and get that sorted in the near future. But yeah, Vincent now 2 seconds up the road. Are we going to be able to catch him by the flag?
Sector 1 is
We'll have to wait and
0.5
see.
off the pace. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Just got to keep pushing to the flag. We've got, yeah, 6 laps to go. And somehow that isn't a 1x.
The gap behind us. There's an incident in. Hobbs.
Oh, another one's gone apparently. There we go. It's going to be another freebie.
Get this guy.
It's up into 7th place. Sorry, 8th place that'll be. So we are still picking them off, but Emmanuel, ever since he made that mistake, has actually looked a whole lot more racy. I think our tyres are slowly starting to hit the cliff as well. 4 laps to go here from Okayama. And what's that, the 4th car that hairpin's clean? 3rd or 4th, isn't it? At least in front of us, but yeah, not convinced we're quite going to be able to close it to Vincent. Although I keep making mistakes, we're not losing any time to him. So if we can just actually get it hooked up, I might still stand a chance, but I basically need 4 qualifying laps to the flag, and even that will just bring us to him rather than past him. We'll wait and see. As the fuel burn slowly keeps on going, times are starting to improve once again, so we must just had a couple of laps where the tyres weren't working nicely. Is 2 to go. 1:22.6 that time round. We'll set 22.5 the lap before, but yes, still the gap isn't going to come down by enough to Vincent in front. We've got it back under 2 seconds. I think if we'd ran these last 6 laps or so perfect, we could have been right on his gearbox, but he's got some pretty decent raw pace in the car. He just isn't quite able to get everything out of it every time. I do feel like I'm quicker, but we're too far back, I think, unless he makes a mistake. Oh no! Oh! No, 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 no.
Nice and tidy.
My heart. I can only take so much. 1 lap to go here from Okayama, and I thought we just bottled that. Oh, it's still not over though. Tyres are still very, very warm. There's now Emmanuel might be able to get a bit of a chance once again there, but just nudged the curb the wrong way through the penultimate corner there. That threw us out really wide, and then through the final corner, it was basically, I'm not going to try and claim it was skill. It was complete luck that the car pointed in the right direction there with the way it brought itself back onto the tarmac. So yeah, we did get incredibly lucky there, but if we hang on to P8, 13 places gained in 20 laps is not bad going around this circuit. I mean, a lot of it was just trying to pick up the pieces. This will just sit defensive. Make sure Manuel doesn't think about anything. So that he was clearly going to try and get alongside us, but just made sure that we were comfortable, cozy on the brakes there. Won't take any big risks through the final few corners of this race. I mean, this is one of the only real downsides to Okayama is once you get through the hairpin, unless you've really sent it and you're already alongside someone, not really many places to go for anything through these final few corners, unless the car in front of you does something stupid, which there's still every possibility that I might do. As we wind our way then through the final couple of corners, someone's apparently binned it. Are we going to be able to get a freebie at the final turn? Oh my god, there's chaos! What's going on? 2 freebies! Go on, get to the line, come on! There we go! It's P6! I literally was just saying how, nothing happens in the final sector, and I go and gain 2 spots there. P6 in the end, 15 places gained. I will take that very happily. Let's go have a look at those final race results. Well, there we go then, having a look at our final race results. 55 iRating gained from that one. Like I said, 21st up to P6 there come the checkered flag. Emmanuel, to be fair to him, he gained quite a lot of SR as well there, from 24th on the grid up to P8. So he did overtake more cars than me, and then Louis as well was able to jump, 16 cars throughout the entirety of the event there. But 0.13 SR, again, we're taking it in the right direction slowly but surely there, but a bit gutted with the 4 instant points that I did pick up. But yeah, very, very happy with that result. Nice to see, although Formula 3, there was a bit of chaos early on, we did get through it all clean and tidy there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we will be back very, very soon with more iRacing content.